spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Volunteers will kick it away first. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Back to throw, it's Newton. Coming out aggressively. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Wants to keep it in the air. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Trying to spot down the gut of the knee. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got his man. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Need. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's John. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Grab behind the line. It's Barber. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Vols decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Steps away. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. From the gun, looking for a man. Here's the pressure. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn.
He lets one fly deep. Brings it down on the right side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away.
Going downfield for the big play. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Butler. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Rushes on him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Goes to the option. Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O'Gordon.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Here's a heat. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. The quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of it.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wants to throw on first down. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Got him downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
The Rebels want to move quickly. Using his feet. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line. Get some movement on the front. Let's keep this drive going.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Newton. Got his man quickly. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
The Rebels are facing 3rd and inches. Now on the move. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. No huddle here for the offense. This quarterback part of their running game. Got enough for the first. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. A designed run for the quarterback.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. They're working that left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to...
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now. His last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he... up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Newton. A shot toward the end zone. Holds it in on the left.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards.
Touchdown, Rebel! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. He'll start this drive firing. Here comes the heat. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, time running short in the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Meadows. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the foot.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. One more snap coming before halftime. Going to the ground. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make them.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Looking to throw, it's Meadows. Hauls it in. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Leonard. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball! Play the analytics here. You go for two. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He wants to take the top off. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. To the air, it's Newton. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Floating away. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for them.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking downfield on first down. Now improvising. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get them before you...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the fifth sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Caught behind the line. It's Butler. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on 4th down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UAB went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Blazers team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off play action on 1st down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
I tell you what, really good job by the defense, having vision on the quarterback. And as soon as he threw that football, man, they broke on the football right away, didn't waste time, and got the running back on the ground for no gain.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Newton. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. Crossing the 30, he's got away. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. This is a designed run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Using the quick game.
Pass on 3rd down. Caught by the receiver. No gain on the play. 4th down coming up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Tennessee, 16.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw. It's Blue. Flips it out in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. And the Vols come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job showing you.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown Volunteers. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Motion from the back. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Into the secondary on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the grab. It's Rasmussen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Now, 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Rebels are flying down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Snead. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter. They keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two...
And down he goes back at the 3. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Blue. Forced out of the pocket. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Sends it downfield. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. On the move. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Rebels! The defense gets it down with a huge interception return. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Blue. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to him, and keeping this offense on schedule.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Using his legs to buy some time. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Fielded in the end zone, it's John. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Find some fresh air. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Leonard. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Scanning the field, it's Blue. Fires to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going to the running game. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.